You're watching Experience Comic Culture and Sales, streaming live daily to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter.
Hey, what's happening? Happy Monday. Sorry, guys, we're a little late. Ran into some audio difficulties. So we're trying to solve that problem. And Robbie with the good hair was trying to help us out, talking about something. You turn up the gain. I don't even know what the hell that is.
I can barely hear you. I just hear this weird little echo.
That's because the wiring in your brain is messed up, bro.
Yeah, turn the gain up in the brain.
Not inside your brain. No, I do not.
Hey, everybody.
I will pass. John is back. All right. So what's happening there, Rockin Robbie?
Not too much. Just chilling. Excited to be here talking about some great comics that I see there on the rack for sure.
How's your new friend?
What?
Are you prying into his social life again, you weird creeper? Stop it.
Shut up, dude. Your social life is so boring. There's nothing to pry into.
Social life. You mean
John's social life is awesome. John eats a lot of awesome food, according to his social.
And he goes to the movies, and he goes on vacation with his wife.
That sounds like
and does exactly the same thing he does in his house while he's on vacation.
You know what? There's very little that changes when I go on vacation. Like the view changes. My wife has a great time. I'm going out on a boat. I'm going parasailing. I hope knock yourself out.
Oh, I forgot to tell John. John, I'm sorry. Without your permission, I did send the pic of you in a tie and a suit.
That's one
off to who was it, Jay or JD? I think it was JD. So I apologize in advance. We did get some "Is John in the used car business?" comments.
Hey man, I felt like a cosplayer. I put that suit on and I texted Grace, the cosplayer, and said, "Now I understand how y'all feel when, like, you know, you're wearing like the chainmail being Red Sonja." I said, "Because this is about as unnatural and fake as it gets for me." And she's like, and they were kind. The cosplayers were very kind on Twitter. "Oh, you look nice," and I'm like, I think they're just being nice because they do covers for Dynamite.
I think they were thinking you were a used car salesman and they needed a deal on new car.
You know what? Subaru did a great job of hosting that thing. It was very nice that they recognized my wife as, like, you know, an outstanding person in the environmental community, the green movement. I was super glad. I was happy to sit back at the bar, her be in the spotlight. Sagami did the catering. That's a James Beard award-winning.
The sushi restaurant in Saucon or somewhere
in Haddonfield.
Or wherever.
Yeah, like it's not every day you get to have an event catered by a James Beard restaurant. I was like, okay, they had a sushi and sake bar, and then they had other food set up over here. I have no idea what that other food was. I didn't even.
So let me get this straight. So you went to the event.
I did.
Okay, it was nice. It was catered well, and you sat at the bar. Sounds a lot like when you take your niece and nephews to Disney World.
I'm happy to provide entertainment for others, like all these great books we have tonight, but I'm probably not going to bring them to your house. You know what I mean? And this is the same thing here. Thankfully,
you can pick them up at the bar.
My nieces and nephews are getting older now, but when they were younger, I was happy to take them to Universal. I was happy to take them to Disney. And I would just be like, my wife, their actual biological parents, go on ahead. I bought all these tickets. What about you? I'll be over here. Just text me if you need me. And that's we were in Myrtle Beach and I rented a boat one day and they all went out on the boat and they had a great time. And the look on my brother-in-law's face, he's like, "What are you doing, dude?" I'm like, I said, "Get on the boat." I'm like, "No," because the guy's like, "We're leaving now." And I'm like, "Okay." And the shock on his face, like, "You're not going to be on the boat?" It's like a 2.5 hour. I was like, "Oh, I'm aware. Where are you going to be?" And my wife looks at him.
You were trying to send your family to Gilligan's Island? Is that what you're saying, John?
Deadpan look at my face. My wife just said, "He'll be at the closest bar."
Yeah. What you should have done is you were pulling away from the dock, started whistling the Gilligan's Island theme.
It wasn't that kind of boat trip.
On a 3-hour tour.
They were shocked. they were just shell shocked, and I'm like, you guys have
Say
known
hi to the professor for
me.
me.
You guys have known me for 20 some odd years. You've been married to me for more than 20 years. How did you not know this was coming? I'm not subtle. You know, it's not like, oh, who done it? You don't need Sherlock Holmes to figure this out. I'm probably not going to go. When I'm on vacation, that means I'm doing nothing.
Which is about the same as when you're at home.
No, back then I worked sometimes.
Well, no, I'm talking about now.
Oh, now, yeah, now I only know the days pass by the rising and setting in the sun.
Oh my Lord!
Thanks everybody for joining us. We got some cool stuff tonight.
We've got all right. So here's the
less
deal.
Elderly than usual because I remember some of these books.
All right, don't get crazy. All right, so here we go. All right, so we as you know from last week, we had a bunch of keys, all in 9.2s. There's a reason that they are all 9.2s. So this is actually a consignment arrangement we have with someone that we're friendly with. So we're trying to help them move it, obviously, on our show. So that's why you're going to see so many. But there's a clock on it. So, Cody, hey, thanks for joining us, man. Maybe. But here's the trick. So we've got a lot of them to get through. And what we're going to do is be forewarned. You'll see them once. You're going to see some on Wednesday. And then after that, I don't know. It could be all going back. So this really becomes kind of a situation where I know sometimes on the show we'll have something and then, a few weeks later we'll bring it back if it didn't sell. Not the case with this one. If we don't sell it, we have to return it after a certain point. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's around the end of the month. Let me see. They only care about stuff above 9.2. Want to get rid of these? I don't know. I'm not the one that did the deal. So you're asking the wrong person.
So basically, you're saying these are going to be one and done. They're up here.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. So
no, I mean that's fair play. If you're interested, speak up. Otherwise, these particular books won't be back.
All right. Yeah, collecting dude. I actually have spectacular Spider-Mans tonight. So not the ASMs. There are so many photos that Jay has to do some of his backstage magic. So Jay, let me know. We're going to start off with the New Mutants and work our way into the spectacular Spider-Mans. So let me know. And these are ungraded, guys. These are a presumed grade of 9.2 or higher. So they are unslabbed.
And I just saw a thing again that they're talking about taking another swing at the New Mutants, this time as a series. Especially if Disney winds up having to take full possession of Hulu. They're going to kind of need more content. And I saw someone say there's been this thing percolating for a while, and now there's interest. It's been picked up again. New Mutants is sort of the movie that came out was kind of okay, but, there were some pretty cool performances in it. I think that if they do this again, you'll wind up seeing the book values go even higher.
Right. So OUG, yes, we have some key Batmans as well. We'll get to that a little bit later. All right.
We're ready.
Jay's ready. All right, Jay, we're going to start off with New Mutants #1. All right. So I also want to warn everybody because this collection of key issues does not belong to our company, nor does it personally belong to Nick. I kind of didn't want to handle them too much, if you know what I mean. So instead of scans, we found 9.2s online. All right. If anybody wants to actually look at it, we can hold them up to the camera a little bit closer. But ultimately, yeah, we didn't want to handle somebody else's books too much. You know what I mean?
See, this never bothered me.
Yeah, I know that.
It's never bothered me. Let me get something to read while you're doing this.
The only thing in your possession in this building is your drink, your clothes, and your car that's parked outside.
In theory, all the books are mine.
Oh my God. In theory, I belong on the cover of GQ.
Nick told me over dinner once that he published these books for me. Now, I don't know if he meant specifically me or not, but then.
Oh my God. Oh Lord. Hey, hair looks good today, Robbie. Did you see her today or what?
Oh my goodness.
You're funny, but yeah, the hair does look good today. So you're right about that.
All right. New Mutants number 1. 9.2 or higher, and we've got one for $40. All right. So then we have New Mutants number 18. And we have actually 2 of these in presumed grade of 9.2 or higher, introducing the new Warlock in this issue.
Plus that amazing Bill Sienkiewicz artwork that is worth it alone.
Yeah. I was going to say the Bill Sienkiewicz artwork is worth I don't care who they introduce in the book at that point. That's just a plus.
Oh, man. All right. So then we've got Marcus. If you've got handsome hair, flaunt it. Oh, he's doing that, Marcus. He's doing that plenty. Jesus Christ.
You know I'm a retailer, right?
And then I got a story to entertain everybody with. I had a wild weekend. I will tell you that, in not a good way. All right. New Mutants number 25. First, a brief appearance of Legion. And we have the one available for $34.
I just decided to rewatch that on Hulu. It popped back up. Did you? I watched it, originally when it was on FX or whatever, and Hulu was like, "Hey, would you like to watch this again?" And I'm like, you know what? I think I would like to watch this again.
I never watched Legion, but I heard it was absolutely fantastic, so I definitely need to check it out.
It is really good. It just wasn't exactly what people thought it was going to be. It's one of those things where, like, if I'm going to make an analogy, it's like my take on it. And you know how sometimes that's great. I thought it was really well done. The talent they had in it. I know there were people that it had its detractors, but I would tell people, if you haven't seen it, absolutely, give it 3, 4, 5 episodes before you decide, yes or no. In a lot of ways, that take of Legion is actually fits into modern Marvel more than, the way they did it back then.
So apparently, Stevie B and Marcus have smell-o-vision on their YouTube.
Smell-o-vision? Oh, boy.
Because they say that there's a hint of cologne.
No, I don't really wear cologne, but it is a nice scented pomade, and I got my beard oil in as well, so it's a nice luxurious smell. Add in my face lotion, and it's probably just too much to handle.
And next week, no more comics. We'll be talking about fashion with Rockin Robbie.
Runway Robbie.
How to manscape your face and your hair.
Runway Robbie. Well, that would be one of the sponsors of this other show. Sponsored by Manscaped.
All right. So next up, we have New Mutants number 26. First full Legion story. And we have the one available for $40.
I see Larsman with the thing about the Legion hairdo and all that stuff. One thing that I think is great about this Bill Sienkiewicz New Mutants run is he was creating and redesigning these characters. Warlock, Legion. Man, those are such...
Guys, I'm going to interrupt real quick.
Nick needs some advice from you, Robbie, about the manscaping.
No, I don't. No, I don't. I'm old. I'm beyond.
Which means you need the super manscaping tutorial.
I'm beyond all hope.
You have a cool Bill Sienkiewicz story? You guys were
Bill's awesome. That's my cool Bill Sienkiewicz story.
Wow, that was a nail-biting story.
We're at 14 or 15 likes with 22 watching. If we get to 22 likes in 2 minutes, which is about 6:19, 6:20 Eastern, I'll do a cool $50 Virgin giveaway. But comic, $50 Virgin comic giveaway. But
why did you feel the need to clarify that?
Hurry up, sell a book quick.
So you guys got 2 minutes.
And what number are we shooting for?
22.
We're trying to level off the number of likes and people watching. Someone hasn't clicked the.
Yeah.
2 word Eddie. Ed Weird.
That might be too painful.
It's Eddie Von B. His YouTube is Eddie Von B. So that's Ed Weird.
What I was saying is that Bill Sienkiewicz designs for Legion and Warlock and some of these other New Mutants characters are so Bill Sienkiewicz.
Yes.
Like most other artists, like they struggle. It seems like they struggle with what, you know what I'm saying? Like, what am I supposed to do with this? Like, it looks perfectly fine in a Bill Sienkiewicz book, but in my book, it looks out of place. So it's always fun to see the struggle people have with doing some of his characters.
Well, I don't know of another book off the top of my head I can name from this era that got imprinted by the specific creators that were working on it this, right? Like Sienkiewicz works on the book and all of a sudden the book takes a change, right? And then you kind of get to the Cable, Rob Liefeld era. And again, all of a sudden these characters, I mean, I don't even know if 180 is enough. New Mutants was one of these things where I guess because it was relatively new, no pun intended, creators felt it was okay to put their stamp on it.
Right.
You know, like this is the way this book is going to look now. Boom. Because they didn't have to worry about 30 some odd years of continuity and, you know, well, this book gets drawn this way and blah, blah, blah.
Lars, man, what's up, buddy? All right. So then we have last New Mutants book, New Mutants number 100. First brief appearance of X-Force. Presumed grade of a 9.2 or higher. And we have the one available for $30.
Speaking of the Liefeld era.
Double-sized Liefeld gold, y'all. This is like him at the top of his game. Yo.
Hey, there's no feet.
Man, if you couldn't draw feet, would you try to put them in every image? I wouldn't.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'd be doing those big splash pages too, and they'd all be cut off at like the shins.
And there's feet in there. You see Warpath's feet. You see a little bit of Domino's feet, right? Yeah. You see there's some feet in there.
All right. Lars, man, you are claiming 100. Gotcha, buddy. All right. So, Lars, man,
good pick.
New Mutants 100 is yours. All right. So, you're going to like the next one, buddy. We're doing Spectacular Spider-Man. So, now here's the thing. So that because Jay has to do all these kind of digital gymnastics to make all these photos and things work, I got to give him an advance notice, and we are taking our break at 6:28 on the 8th precisely. So Jay has enough time to switch back and forth with commercials and stuff.
Okay, I was going to say.
Yeah, I'm talking to you, and I'm talking to him. Okay, and talking to Nick. I'm just picking on you, Robbie, because I hate your good hair, okay?
I know you do. It's okay, though, man. You can be jealous. I'll send you some tips, man.
Sir, I don't think there really are too many tips left, okay, my friend? All right, there isn't too many tips left, okay? I go to Sports Clip, and a girl asks me, do you wear your hair to, parted to the right or to the left? I'm like, hun, I'm just lucky it's up there, okay? Just make it look less bald, okay? There's no parting involved, okay? Please. Parting. All right? Parted to the left or the right, I wish, okay? That's why I hang out with John, okay?
So anybody should pay for hair plugs. Yeah.
They're painful, dude. I would do hair plugs. I knew somebody did. Oh, dude, it was painful. Oh.
I watched one of those things about like procedures that people do to do this,
do
that,
no way.
nip tuck that. I will just be ugly. I'm good. I'm okay. Stay away from that. Bolting new teeth in your mouth like Frankenstein.
I love John because John is a man, okay, who is a man of his word. Okay, and he accomplishes goals. I mean, if it's that ugly thing, it's work, brother. You've accomplished it.
I'm fine with this, man. I see what attractive people go through. You see, go right ahead.
That's why I hang out with John, because John is bolder than me. You see, that's the secret. If you're a short fella, then you hang out with someone who's even shorter. It makes you look taller. See? It's all right. So I'm not sure if we can be friends anymore, Robbie. Sorry.
Robbie's like 6'7". You know that, right?
No, John Spilios is, though.
John Spilios might be 6'7".
John's a big dude, man.
Yeah, because I was talking to Bueller about it. Bueller says he's a pretty big dude, right? But he said he felt small.
Yeah, he's taller than Bueller. And Bueller's like, I don't know if you guys have ever met Bueller in person.
I've never met Bueller,
but that dude is giant, y'all. So
yeah, I know. He admitted it. He said he's a big dude. Yeah. And he said he felt small in comparison to John Spilios. So John Spilios has got to be a big guy.
I did see a Prius using a Green Hornet theme. As usual, just modern society continues to kill me off little by little.
You'll be all right, buddy.
I have to believe if Britt Reed told Kato, "Hey, we're going to go into action in his Prius," Kato would slap the stupid off of him.
Lyle, cool. I'm glad you got it, buddy. Some reading material when you're freezing your butt off. That's for sure. Okay, in the Arctic.
It's in the mailbox. Well, I ain't taking the ice road down to the mailbox. I'll get it in spring.
I'll watch ice road truckers on TV in the warmth of my own home, but I ain't interested in driving over a ice highway that you can see underneath.
It's important for people to get their stuff, and you know what? People should come and get it because I'm not bringing it to them.
Well, no, they're transporting those oil fields that are like.
Oh no, I know. Yeah, I've seen that show. That's insane.
So, man, oh man.
Plus, you know me. If that's the only way to get crab fish, you guys are never eating crab, and I mean ever. Because I am not going out in the Bering Sea in January.
Love that show, by the way. The
I love that show. I love you guys would be eating like salmon or trout from.
But no, hey, you know what? We actually had wild weather this weekend. So, all right. We're going to start Spectacular Spider-Man. And then we're going to go to the break. And then when we come back, I I forget what Nick said. We have to get to how many likes?
Ronald, that'd be awesome. Ronald comes to the show and co-hosts one day. Ron, that'd be great.
That would be very cool, my friend. That would be very
awesome.
Cool. That's all right, Ron. Do you think we know anything about anything? Okay, other than spam. So, all right. So let's do Spectacular Spider-Man #1. Again, presumed grade of a 9.2. And we have one available for 95. And again, you know what? I did own this one.
Yeah, this is one of these deals where, as an old person, I'll say authoritatively, when this came out, people were shell-shocked. This was like the first of let's have a new book.
Right.
For Marvel. I mean, even back then, like DC did 2 Batman books. They had at least 2 more. This was a DC thing.
All right.
Marvel,
so, Lars, man, you claiming this one as well, buddy? Gotcha.
This thing came out and people just stared at it on the spinner rack. Like, what am I looking at here?
So CJ, me too, buddy. Blue crab, any size. I do. I even like langostinos. I like crawfish. Okay, although the crawfish gets to be at my age gets to be a little too much work.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. Get out of here.
All right, we hit that number.
All right.
It was a few minutes later than I would have liked, but
all right. So we've got a giveaway. So
what is that?
What is it, Nick?
Evil Ernie Virgin Edition Stuart Sager cover.
Evil Ernie. Okay, so let's do hashtag Robbie's hair.
Let's not do hashtag.
Come on. I know. I'm making a hashtag today.
The experience haircut.
No. Hashtag Robbie's hair. We're doing it.
I have a question. Will this lead into your segue of the Evil Ernie animated series I asked you for?
I gotta go.
Good job, John. So it's hashtag Robbie's hair now.
That's hilarious. I gotta go.
My partner in crime is
I'm cool with it.
And by the way, can we do that? By the way, Jay, the actual person that we need to tell us we could do it.
Yes, sir.
All right. So the hashtag will be
unbelievably
hashtag Robbie's hair, just as you see over there from Preston and everybody else. Okay.
This is the dark side of winning an award. Before he won an award, nobody cared about his hair. Now it's like the giveaway hashtag. I just, when they gave him that award, he didn't know. Like, he had no idea. He just thought it was more hardware for his store. He had no idea.
No one cared about me until I took off the hat.
Oh my God. All right. So, we'll give everybody a chance to get that in. So we'll do the drawing sometime in the next half hour after the break. All right.
Yeah.
So let me throw, well, you know what? Got 2 minutes. I'm going to tell a story and I'll continue if we have to go to break.
CJ's had a dine to jail. Ronald, always good to see you, brother. Always good to see you.
John Spilios, what's up, buddy? We have something that we need to flash on air that John Spilios picked up, I think. So glad you're here, buddy. And let us know, is that New Jersey trip happening, John Spilios? I wasn't sure if it was happening or not. So keep us informed about that, buddy. Man, we've really got to do something in the brewery. I'd really like to do a show in the brewery.
Well, we do. You know what? It's one of these deals where if Ronald does come up or somebody comes up, we can do the show. I mean, we just have to give them a little bit of notice.
Well, I'm thinking, I believe that we have to, we have to go out there and we have to scope out the sets. So we may have to, prior to that, hit 3 or 4 breweries.
Monday, I scoped out the set Thursday. Before.
Yeah. No, you need me there, dude. We can't trust you. You're not actually an employee, so the employee has to be present to scope the
I
site.
understand.
So why don't you show
Sadly
me on the
for
tour.
Zeds, I'm not an employee of that place either. They're seeing way too much of me, man.
Well, unfortunately, you're not an employee anywhere, as I understand it.
Somebody asked me a couple weeks ago, dude, you must really, blah, blah, blah. They let you take a break? I'm like, yeah.
Lars, man, absolutely, brother. I mean, any of our viewers, obviously, we would love to see it. But Lars, man, especially John Spilios, anybody who's interested. Hopefully Robbie ends up. Maybe we'll, Alex close enough that we can probably invite him over one day or something.
Probably. I'm still kind of kicking around if I want to go to San Diego this year.
Oh God, now we're gonna have to talk about that for like weeks, as John's pulling himself in one direction or another. All I will say is that everything gets higher as you get closer.
No matter how you slice it.
I
haven't been to San Diego since 2019. And this is the longest it's been since I've been to.
Oh, we got to take the break.
Oh, it's time for the break. We'll be back.
Jay, I'm
everybody.
sorry. I promised you right on the 8s, and I went to 9. All right, so go ahead. Say what's. We'll be back in a couple minutes.
Do you remember what it was like when you were a little kid and you got a letter in the mail? Now imagine that letter was filled with information about your favorite shows, pop culture questions, links to things you're going to want to see later, and even sneak peeks at upcoming programming here on The Experience. That's what the EXP mailing list is. Every week, we send you sneak peeks, information, and all of the relevant links for all of the shows you want to see. Sign up now on our website or scan the QR code that's on your screen right now. Did you know that every Experience show, including some exclusive content, streams on Twitch? Check it out, twitch.tv/the_EXP. Or just scan that QR code.
You just finished the last episode of your favorite new show, and you just have to talk about it. But all your friends are ghosting you because of that incident last week at the buffet. Oh, you know the one. What you did to that chowder. Ugh. Keeps me up at night. So what do? Join writer Dan Wickline as he breaks down all your favorite pop culture media. Whether it's a review of the latest nerdy TV show or a dive back into the history of your favorite comic characters, Dan's ready to discuss all the hottest topics live. Join the conversation as Dan live streams Tuesday through Thursday at 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. The Dan Wickline Show on The Experience, comic culture and sales.
With it. So
hey, all right. So we are, of course, during the break talking about John's waffling on whether to go to San Diego or not this year. And I'm sure that we will be talking about this for several weeks to come as he's trying to decide. And here's why. Because he could not get his hotel of choice.
There's other rooms, but yeah, they're having trouble getting me the room that I usually stay at.
It sometimes reminds me that perhaps John and I do not live on the same plane of existence.
People who know me know I have a preferred hotel I stay at. It's one of the reasons I joined the Hilton Vacation Club when they built the Hilton Bayfront. It's attached to the San Diego Convention Center. The only thing that separates it is a food truck park. That's pretty much like the Holy Land for me. Across the street is Lou and Mickey's, like one of my top 5 favorite places to eat of all time. I don't want to get stuck in the gas lamp or over here. We'll put you there and we'll give you a discount. I'm not interested in that. I'm really not. If they can put me in the room that I want, that's fine. And I don't want to be in a. I want to be in a room facing the bay too. Don't stick me in like a standard twin or something. No.
My heart is bleeding for him. It's like all the children with cancer and stuff. It's just that same heart. Oh my gosh, John, how do you do it, buddy?
I was trying to count. I've been to maybe 16 Comic-Cons in San Diego, 14, 16, somewhere in there. If they can't get me, because I'm old. If they can't get me the room I want, I'll just shoot for next year.
I agree with Preston. What you should do, okay, is call up your preferred hotel and tell them that you represent Megan Fox.
I
That's a
told
nice
them I
callback,
represented
Rex.
the experience, but they said no, you didn't, and hung up the phone.
Oh my God. All right, let me get a few books out there, and I got to tell the story I experienced this weekend. It's really so bizarre, dude. I've had a very weird
Is this the one
weekend.
where you fell asleep in the chair again?
No, this is one where I'd say things happen in threes, and you better look over your shoulder, Mr. Cole.
Yikes.
All right, so next up we have Spectacular Spider-Man #2, also presumed grade of 9.2, and we have one available for $50. John Spilios, no. Okay, yeah, like a lot of people, John Spilios. I think half the state of Florida is from New Jersey originally at some point. Only other place, I mean, Wawa's down there now, and there's some decent cheesesteak places down that way.
I remember I was at a restaurant function catering a while back, and I was one of the caterers there, and Cory Booker was running for Senate, and he joked around about pulling in the Florida vote because so many people he knew were just moving to Florida for the weather and this and that or whatever. I was like, dude, that's not funny.
All right, so we have this one available as well, and this one is $50. I'm going to throw one more up. I'm going to tell everybody the story from the weekend. All right, so then we had Spectacular Spider-Man #3, also presumed grade of 9.2, and we have the one available for $28.
Light Master.
I really
Light
like
these characters that they created back in the day, and they didn't realize like the full implication of their powers, like how powerful they were making them. You know what I mean? Like when they created the Monica Rambeau Captain Marvel,
right?
And she's like, "Oh, I control all forms of energy." You realize what that means, right? And no, they didn't think the full scope of it through. If you read Lightmaster and you put him in like a 2023 book, he's right up there with like the Beyonder.
Well, definitely prime for a comeback then, right?
What's up, Jay Nunya?
Right? That's exactly what I'm saying. Go back and revisit some of this stuff.
So, all right. So I kind of want to remind. Oh, that's right. We have a giveaway. A Virgin. What was it? Was it Evil Ernie?
It was Evil Ernie.
Yeah, Evil Ernie.
Stuart Sager cover.
Right. All you got to do is throw up hashtag Robbie's hair, and
Robbie's good sport, man.
You only have to enter it once. Hashtag Robbie's hair.
The next one's going to be Rex's 18 hairs.
No, that's you, John.
Nice.
I don't want to take your job there. All right, so everyone, and I know, there's so many of these lessons in life about, just go out and hug your loved ones. You never know. So this week has been really weird. So I would say my best friend for many years, he was head coach of my daughter's team, helped get, was primarily responsible for getting her recruited to play in college and all that. So we became friends and we've been friends for many years now, obviously. So I get a call from him on Friday that his mom suddenly passed away. She had some health issue she was dealing with, but she was on the mend. She was driving again, so it was a real surprise. So he calls me on Friday. He also sponsors tournaments in our area for softball. So he had a 10U tournament going on. So he called me and said, "Hey, listen, my mom passed away. Can you help me cover?" And of course, no problem with that. In terms of the weather, Saturday was horrific. We were in the center of this just localized storm. There was hail everywhere, wind. Oh my God, it was horrible. And I'm standing in it literally, like Al Roker. So Saturday was bad. Sunday, my daughter's team, her 12U team, had a doubleheader somewhere else. So after that, I went back to the tournament as tournament director, and I'm talking to the umpire in charge who controls all the umpires during the tournament. I kid you not, I was there 30 minutes. In one of the fields, in the dugout, I see this female coach who probably 115 pounds soaking wet. And she's a look of fear on her face, and she's screaming at me and the umpire in charge, "You come over, we need help, please, it's an emergency," whatever, right? So I go running over. I kid you not. I've spent decades of my life on a softball field as a parent, as a coach, as whatever. I've never seen this. The umpire is in the dugout. He is non-responsive. His eyes are glossed over, glassy. They're starting to roll up in his head. Okay. I mean, he is completely non-responsive. I've seen umpires, I've seen kids, break things, blood everywhere, heat stroke kind of symptoms. Man, this was not heat stroke. He was unresponsive. He was clearly unconscious because he was on the bench. He was starting to fall over. This poor female coach, all 150, he was a big dude, you know, and she's trying to hold him over. He's pushing her and she's sliding. We run over to help prop him up, call the paramedics and everything. The guy refuses to go to the hospital. Paramedics asks him, "Sir, can you tell me the date?" And he starts off his answer with, "It's January." This is not good. Okay. I'm trying to convince him to go to the hospital. He's in the ambulance for about an hour. Ambulance drives away. I don't even know this. I find out from somebody else. He walked out. So love, okay, hug your loved ones. Give him a big hug. I really thought that guy was going to die in front of me. And that was not the weekend I was looking for. I got to tell you. So a little PSA. Go give everybody you love a hug tonight. You just never know, man. You never know. And that idiot drove home and stopped at Costco and grabbed dinner. Okay, I'm sorry. I asked this guy while I was in and out, "Did you get hit?" Because I thought maybe he got hit in the head. He tells me, he goes, "Yeah, I got hit." I go, "Where'd you get hit?" Because I'm looking around his head. He says his arm. This is a 10U tournament. They're 9 and 10-year-old little girls. Something's going on with that guy, but he refused. I don't know if he was having a stroke, a seizure, or something, but something was not right. Dude. I was so scared. I just eyes rolling up the back of the head. So anyway, Nick's in here with a piece of original art.
Well, John Spilios like totally stood me up on Friday.
Oh, wait, did you have something else do you want to show as well? John Spilios is in the house.
Oh, well, but you have it.
I have it?
Yeah, don't you?
No, I don't have it.
All right, John. Here's the Punisher page. I can't even remember what year this is from, but this is Mike McCone and Mike McKenna doing their best Michael Golden. So had this page for $350, but for you, John, it is $150. So originally we were going to do it for $200, but $350 and $200. But I'm just going to hit you up at $150.
It's Punisher.
Warzone, number 15, page 10.
Number 15, page 10.
And some of the word balloons are still here.
A 150, you said, for John Spilios, right?
Yeah.
If he wants it. All right, John, let us know, buddy.
300. Marcus is saying get it. Marcus, even though you stood me up on Friday, John
wants it.
Even though you stood me up on Friday.
All right, so John is taking it.
Love you, John. And then
so John
Amy,
Spilios may be in Jersey coming up for his brother's wedding. I don't know if you saw that. Yeah, so.
John, good things come to those who wait.
Oh, that one's nice.
That was nice.
I know we were going to do 250 and 150, but we're going to do 1 1/4
for the CCAs connecting
for the pair. Yeah.
Okay. So it is Suicide Squad, and Avengers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or basically Dr. Fate versus Dr.
Yeah, it's
Strange.
Dr. Fate versus Dr.
Fate.
That's Hazer, right?
Yep.
See, now you got to get Hazer to do a Doctor Strange Fate amalgam character to complete the Trinity, right?
The problem we have, the problem we have, Stevie BX, because Marcus, you said $53. Marcus, Amazing Spider-Man 11, page 18 was already claimed by yours truly.
I'm sorry, what price did you say on the connecting offers again?
I think I said he could have it for $125.
Yeah. $125. All right, John, let us know, buddy.
We can't do Doctor Strange Fate. This is why. Same reason why we can't do the original Spider-Boy. There are no amalgam blanks. What we could do is we could put a DC character on a DC blank, a Marvel character on a Marvel blank, or any other characters on blanks, but there is no amalgam blank to do it. So this is the closest you're going to get.
Well, I can send you some amalgam comics that are in our dollar books, and we can just bleach the covers for you.
I was going to say, wait a minute, I got some ink removal. We can make an amalgam.
But the question is, do you have any Spider Boys?
Not in the dollar bins anymore. I sent one of the employees to go look them up. I was like, go find all the Spider Boys in the dollar bin.
Hurry. You want to hear something really, really interesting?
Sure.
Yeah.
There's a chance that the Experience will be selling the original art to Spider-Man number 7.
Oh, wow.
No guarantee, but there's a chance. So the New Mutants, what's old? New Mutants #1?
There's no guarantee because Mick might just keep that. No,
New
this is mine,
Mutants
never mind.
number 100 and a Spectacular Spider-Man #1.
Nice. Thank you, Lars, man. Did we see John's claim?
I saw his claim on the art. Did he claim the CCAs
Yes,
as well?
he did.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Got it. All right.
Yeah.
So got it. I got him now anyway.
Oh, look at Lyle. Found 2 Spider-Boy comics, 1 in 25 variant. Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
wow. I love how amalgam is that thing that doesn't die. You know what I mean? Like people talk about it, and then all of a sudden it comes back again.
Eddie, are you talking about the CCAs? We did see that he claimed the CCAs. John, did you claim anything else that we missed?
I don't think so. He claimed the page, the Warzone page,
Yeah.
and then the connecting covers. So John, just let us know, John. No
So
worries.
New Mutants 100. And the Spider-Man #1. Which Spider-Man #1?
Spectacular Spider-Man #1. It may not be up there. I don't know if we pulled them out.
Oh, okay.
All right. So you know what? Let's throw.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, gotcha.
Were there other Spider-Man?
Yeah, John and who was it? John and Large Man. I know. Yeah, we got to figure out how to resolve that one. Yeah, thank you, Ed Weird, by the way. That is super cool, Large Man, that you were able to pull those. All right, so next up, we've got Spectacular Spider-Man #4. And it's a presumed grade of a 9.2, and we have the one available for $28.
Here are the actual books, if in case this John wants to show them.
Oh, that's just, well, we have photos of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they're there in case anybody wants to see up close.
All right. So then,
Man, one of the things I've always loved. This was weird. I always think they always go wild with Vulture's wings, man. I really love that. So you can always tell every once in a while the artist is a fan of like Battle of the Planets because the wing spread is almost exactly the same. I love that.
all right. Then next up, we have Spider-Man #5. Presumed grade of 9.2 or higher. And we have the one available for $28.
I really like these spectacular covers. They're really cool.
They really had to, because it was I was at a con one time and somebody was talking about how this was like a big deal, right? Like Spider-Man appeared in his own book and in Marvel Team Up, and like I said, DC had done this before, so there was precedent that this would work. Marvel just didn't operate that way. So when they decided to launch this as an ongoing, like regular thing, there was like a lot of sort of pins and needles, so they went all in.
Right.
They tried to put action on the covers, the books, like whatever it would take.
It's crazy to look at it back in the day, right? And so the Marvel universe, as we know it today, the Silver Age, like 1961, it launches, and it's almost 20 years before they give their flagship book Spider-Man a second title and a new #1. Then 10 years after that, he gets a new #1, and then a few years after that, he gets a new #1. And now it's like every 3 months, there's a new Spider-Man #1. It's so crazy.
I mean, somebody retweets that they like a Spider-Man from a weird universe, and somehow they get their own book. It's just, you know what I mean? You look at the way it went now. They're like this, that. Now there's Dark Web, and then what comes after that? You've got the second Miles Morales movie comes out November.
And the publisher at Dynamite, and you can't get nothing done.
Well, and I'm pretty sure that the announcement of a Spider Boy #1 is very much on the horizon.
Gotcha, Lars, man. Got it.
All right, so I'm going to move off of the vintage books because Lars Man's dog needs to take a pic.
I can't complain. Nick has probably done more books that I wanted, than I would even. Nick has done books that I think he did them truly. Like we talked about this one time, he did them legitimately because like he loved pulp, or he loved it. He didn't expect, like, he hoped for massive sales,
right?
But it wasn't like he was betting the farm on like a ton of people doing like buying Spider Master of Men. I think that's sort of balancing it between Red Sonja, Vampirella stuff that's kind of like a layup. Vampirella has a market. You're going to sell those books,
right?
versus stuff that, you know, you kind of roll the dice on it. Is this going to work? Or when Evil Ernie started showing up, I knew there were some people that kind of remembered it from the 90s a little bit, but a lot of people didn't. But eventually, you know, Evil Ernie sort of snowballed into, you know, like Army of Darkness and some of these other things. He's Reanimator again.
All right, you know what? Wow, Lars Man is taking his dog out for a walk. Let's do some signed books. I know, right? Let's do Forever Evil Arkham War #1, signed by writer Peter Tomasi. It's only it's number 6 of only 25 signed. Obviously, Peter Tomasi, known for writing Batman, Robin, Green Lantern Corps, Nightwing, Superman, host of other titles. We have the one available for $19.39 for the year that Batman first appeared. And that is a deal.
That is crazy.
Yeah, that is a good deal. Peter Tomasi was at MegaCon, and I saw him. I didn't get to talk to him because he had a line the entire time. So take your expenses to get to the con, room, flight, maybe gas, whatever it takes. Then waiting.
All right, you got it, Lars Man.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about this before, but if we are going to start going back to cons full scale, I think people that have sort of been financially in sleepy time the last few years, you know, are going to start to realize, you know, like a really good hotel room's easily $300 a night. Whatever your airfare is to go to Mega Cons in Orlando, Dragon Cons in Atlanta, you know, Comic-Con in New York, Comic-Con, wherever you are, there's going to be a significant, you know, restaurants are more expensive now. So if you're going to go, that's great. If you're going to get signed books, you know, maybe think about another way to do that.
So Marcus wants to know how come no one is crying about Spider-Boy being some new weird variation of Spider-Man.
Well, what's crazy about the Spider-Boy thing is the very next week, last week, there was a Marvel Voices Spider-Verse book that had 3 appearances of new Spider characters, and it popped off a little bit too. So there's one of them's called Spider-Friend. And I'm just like, so now we're just proving to Marvel that we want new Spider characters, and we're going to get a plethora of them. A whole web, if you will. But
well, you keep getting these comments, like, you know, especially in like the, you know, the rough neighborhoods of social media where people are like, you know, F this, F that. Why are they doing so many, you know, versions of Spider-Man?
Right.
Because you keep buying them, because you keep talking about them. You know what I mean? I mean, I'll be the first to admit, I don't know if every version has the legs to do, you know, limited stuff, but nobody's gone broke publishing. I know they want you to call her Ghost Spider, but she's always going to be Spider-Gwen to me. Nobody, you know what I mean? Like, no, they didn't go broke putting those books out there.
Right.
They're putting her in cartoon. Eventually, no matter what they say, she's going to show up in live action somewhere.
So thank you, JD. So we only got 17 people in the giveaway, and there are 21 people watching. So hashtag Robbie's hair, enter it once, and you will get an Evil Ernie Virgin. Who was the Virgin cover by?
Stuart Sager, I think.
There you go. All right. And we'll do the drawing right now. We're approaching the next break. So we'll do the drawing first thing when we come back from our next break. But all right. So this one I particularly like the cover. Action Comics number 1050, Raza variant, signed by Raza.
Oh, is this one with Zod?
I believe so. It is number 13 of 30 signed. Suggested retail $49.99. We have the one available for $38 for $19.38. All right.
Man, wow.
Super
How
cool
much is
cover.
this again?
This one is $38.
I really like this cover, and I like a lot that I've seen from Raza, right? But I just want to point this out. Rob Liefeld gets all that flack for that Captain America image. What's going on with Superman's chest here? I mean, look at the head placement, the chest. That's really billowing out. I'm just saying. Okay, so there you go.
He doesn't skip chest day. I don't know where.
Collars are nice.
Yeah, there's some nice collars, I guess. No, I really like this cover though. I think it's nice. I'm just trying to say that Rob Liefeld's not like that egregious compared to other.
Oh yeah, I was just saying, and he's also not alone in that group either.
Rockin Robbie, otherwise known as Rob Liefeld Defender.
Yikes.
Yeah, I am a Rob Liefeld apologist. Yeah, I'll admit it. I'm trying to get him on the show. Come on.
I mean, he said stuff maybe that he shouldn't have said on social media, like it was unwise. I don't know if you need to apologize for it. anybody does. You know what I mean? I mean, the feet is like an old joke, but all those people joking about the small feet, I guarantee you, if I go into their long boxes, I'll find like 9 copies of X-Force.
Right.
They bought every version, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 8th printing. So, they paid their money. So, they're entitled to make their comments. But I really, do you hate it that much? How many copies of Youngblood do you still have sitting in your long boxes? I bet quite a few.
Lars, man. Oh, my God. You guys are cracking me up.
I just also love that I found that if I praise Rob Liefeld in any kind of way, it like sends people into it, like just like a
dizzy.
Yeah, like a dizzy, a tizzy, whatever it is, right?
It's the same thing if you do that with Jim Shooter. Oh, suddenly there's all these people bad-mouthing Jim Shooter. I'm like, hold on a second. I'm older than 12, so let me tell you a little bit about Jim Shooter. You know what I mean? You can say what you want. It's the internet. They sort of let people... it's like the insane asylum. People are just screaming endlessly. But Jim Shooter got a lot more right than wrong.
Oh, I would
Both
agree.
At Marvel, at Valiant. I mean, maybe Defiant was a little bit.
It looked a little scary, though.
I just want to point out something. We got these New Mutants books available tonight, right? The only one that's sold so far is the Rob Liefeld one. That's all I'm saying.
Here we go.
It's true. No, I mean,
hey, we're talking about Jim Shooter. All right, buddy. Oh my gosh.
Lars Man wants Spider Frog.
I want Spider Liefeld. Could you imagine that? Spider Liefeld. It's like a Rob Liefeld drawn Spider-Man. It's just so
right. He would have nothing but arms and hands.
The
no feet.
webs don't support that much weight, man. Are you kidding me? Like a giant chest. No.
Oh my God. All right. Before we go to the break, I want to throw this one out there because I really like this cover. Harley Quinn number 18, which is a Batman number 1 homage, signed by Ryan Sook.
Oh, this is cool.
Suggested retail $49.99. It is number 9 of only 93 signed, and we have the one available for $27.
Oh wow!
I
was
love.
Gonna say that's almost half of what I've seen this for.
I saw that in the long box, and I just had to pull it.
Yeah, it's a great cover. I love it. I love that it looks old school too. Like it's got like some damage up at the corner.
Right, you got it, Preston.
There you go, Preston.
Yeah, the damage, the simulated damage is awesome too, isn't it? But all right, so we are going to give everybody a last chance. The hashtag is hashtag Robbie's hair, all lowercase. And we're going to do the drawing is
we come back from our on the 8s.
Yeah, on the 8s. I don't know, man.
Like the Weather Channel now. Local on the 8s.
I swear, whatever hair products, I think it's starting to melt Robbie's brain a little bit. But anyhow,
he's as sharp as he's ever been.
That's a discussion for on a Friday on Robbie's show.
We'll be back in a couple minutes.
We're not at 8 yet. I promised Jay I would be right on time.
All right.
So, Jay, anytime you want to go to the next break, we'll go to the next break, buddy. All right. Let's see.
Put us
all
and
needs
them
about
out of
15 seconds. Okay. Let's see. Robbie's hair.
All lowercase.
All
Nice.
Lowercase.
That's weird.
Good job, Edward. You'll get a special prize.
I was gonna say, give him the book for that reason alone, man. That's great.
Oh my God. So how's everybody else's weekend?
My weekend.
I wasn't talking to you.
Oh, all right.
Robbie, how was your weekend?
My weekend was great. I had Dan Waters on the show yesterday, and then Saturday we had Mark Spears at my shop because Mark Spears is a friend of mine, and he's done these awesome Spawn covers recently, right? And so Mark Spears is a friend of mine, and we got him to come up to the shop, and I got to hang out and chat with him for a while. So that was really cool.
That is really cool. All right. So, yeah, that's fine. No worries there, JD. So I overloaded, Jay. I overloaded Jay today with a whole bunch of photos. So I guess the capacity of what we do with StreamYard couldn't take all those photos. So he had to split them up. So he has to go back and forth. So I'm trying to give him as much warning as possible. So he has time to do it. But other than that, CB says, Jim Shooter won me over after meeting him during his Jim Shooter Redemption tour. You know what? All I remember about Jim Shooter was he was a tall, kind of intimidating looking fellow, with a deep voice. That's what I remember about Shooter. Okay. But what he did in the world of comics, I mean, you can't take that away.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, that's why I say sometimes. I mean, we joke around a lot, but maybe there are some creators that do need apologists. I just don't. You know what I mean? The Jim Shooter name always comes up, especially at small cons when people are sitting on the floor at 4 o'clock in the morning or something. And I'm just like, I don't get it. I don't know if it's a generational thing or, maybe I've read too many comics or they've read too many comics. And I don't get it. I don't get the sort of, the guy got books out. He moved. He kept the ship moving forward.
Oh my God!
We missed the eights again, by the way, just so you know.
Let's go to the break, Jay. Thank you. Let's go to the break. Let me grab a box of Kleenex.
Why was Princess Zelda sad after watching a bunch of YouTube videos? She couldn't find the link in the description. We'll stop if you subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's super easy. Click subscribe and click the bell when you do. And thanks for supporting the EXP. What if Hans Gruber from Die Hard had to battle the Joker from Batman the Animated Series in a dance battle? Or who would win in a race between Baby from Baby Driver and Snidely Whiplash? If Austin Powers and Shrek found themselves in a hot dog eating contest, who would emerge victorious? These are the questions we talk about on Nerd Killer Warfare. Debate the most absurd questions you've ever heard in popular culture. Register now by scanning the QR code or visiting bit.ly/EXP casting. You know how when you go to Comic-Con, after Comic-Con, you go to the hotel bar, and there's a whole bunch of people playing music and dancing, and you've got Pikachu and Lara Croft Tomb Raider doing the cha-cha slide just down from Deadpool and Batman and Wonder Woman? That's every Saturday night over on the Experience Twitch channel. Join Taji Beats for the EXP Dance Party, exclusively on Twitch, twitch.tv/the_EXP. Programming on the EXP is made possible by viewers like you, or your local comic shop, or that Kickstarter you backed, or the publisher you like, or comic industry professionals who want to share a message with the world. Really, anyone who wants to advertise with us can. If you're interested in seeing a product you know and love, or are creating, or are publishing, or are involved with, advertised here on The Experience, and having your message shared with our viewers, please reach out by scanning the QR code below or visiting our website and using the contact form.
Comic Collectables is here for you every Wednesday with AR Comics for two very important reasons: to sell you rare, one-of-a-kind comics that you'll love, and to confuse AR with old man talk. You see, Rex and John are, how should I put this, ancient as the roots of the mountains. So every week, Rex and John fill in AR in yet another area of pop culture that he missed because he's too young, just didn't have the time, or just really doesn't care about. It's a real public service they provide. Come buy some super rare and unique comics, while old men explain long-dead sci-fi shows to a younger man making that confused puppy face. Every Wednesday from 6 to 8 Eastern with Rex, John, and AR Comics. Comic Collectables on The Experience. Comic culture and sales. You're watching The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales, streaming live daily to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter.
All righty, we're back. All right, Jay, how many people have entered with the hashtag, buddy?
We're still sitting at 17.
Really? Okay. So again, last chance, and we're going to do the
There might be a
drawing.
couple people that aren't entering because isn't there a thing where if you won last week, you can't do it for another?
Not really.
Is there a compliance officer for that? Because don't pay attention.
Yeah,
to
it's
that.
John.
Yeah, I'm the compliance officer for that. If you want to enter for the book, don't worry about being in Dynamite giveaway jail or whatever. Just put.
Yeah, I made the executive decision. Just everybody can enter.
Okay.
There you go. All right.
Sir.
So hashtag Robbie's hair.
When
Last
we
chance.
When we get a bill from Robbie's stylist, you're gonna be like, what's this bill from?
That's okay. Okay.
Yeah, if you guys are going to capitalize on my hairstyle, you're going to have to get those checks sent
Not
to
my
me.
department. Not my department. Don't care. All right. So let's do the drawing at 7:10. Okay. So letting everybody know you got until 7:10 to put the hashtag Robbie's hair into the chat to be eligible for the drawing, which is an Evil Ernie Virgin cover by John.
Stuart Sager.
Thank you. All right, Robbie's hair grants get out of jail
Free
cards.
cards.
Correct.
It's true. I've heard
Correct.
that before. I've heard that
All
before.
right. So you have until 7:10, and then we're going to draw and see who the winner is. All right. While we're waiting until 7:10, I'm going to throw another book up.
Nice.
This one is my favorite. Okay. Amazing Spider-Man number 19. Paris and Noto. Disney 100 variant signed by Terry and Rachel Dodson.
These are so good. I love these.
It is number 27 of only 100 signed, and we have the one available for $49.99. I've been loving these covers, and they're hard to find because you have Disney files who are picking these up who don't buy comics, normally speaking, but they're buying these because obviously Disney characters. And as you know, Disney files will buy anything and spend any amount of money. And I would not consider myself, I believe the Dodsons were writers on the series.
They were the artists on the interior, I believe.
Artists on the interior. Sorry. Yeah, that's right. I got to be honest, I've spent probably tens of thousands of dollars with that company.
Oh yeah, Disney. It made sense when Disney bought Marvel because they were like, how does he spend his money? So they just all sort of.
I've got to admit, and Easy Go Lucky. Yes, correct. That is correct. All right. At this point, we really can't discount this mainly because, but we have another variant cover signed by the Dodsons, which are cheaper because I can move this to a Disney file at any point at any time, dude.
How much is this one?
This one's $49.99. So Disney files, they'll scoop up any of this stuff.
Or you could have paid significantly more money and gotten it as part of the Franklin Institute's Disney 100.
Like John.
Like I did.
That's where John goes with all the saved money on his Dynamite titles. He goes to Franklin Institute and pay. What? Money is no object. I'll make it up. I'll get my week's books of Dynamite when I go there.
You could get this cover or you could get the cover I got, which was the Gauntlet Infinity cover, which we had last week, I think.
Right. All right, so this is the one without as cool a cover, but still a cool cover. Amazing Spider-Man number 20 signed by Terry and Rachel Dodson. Suggested retail $49.99. Number 462 signed, and we have the one available for $20.
Oh wow, that's
no problem. Easy go lucky, buddy. If we can discount stuff, we will try to, as always. But sometimes, you can't do it. All right, so that is available as well. That the book and cover actually match.
Yeah, because the other one looks like a Fantastic Four book.
It does, I know. Lyle, I'm all for self-publishing. I think it's whether it's comics or even books. I think it's a great idea. The one thing as an avid reader of usually science fiction, but an avid reader, it's done made a huge difference for literature, made a huge difference for comics because all of a sudden you don't need a huge publishing company sitting there saying yay or nay when they may or may not be really qualified to say yay or nay.
It's betting on yourself, essentially, right? As someone who is self-employed most of my life, almost all my adult life, you know what I mean? You bet on yourself or I can just go and, press buttons at Red Robin or something and then take my check and go and let, you decide sometimes, and if you win big.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And remember, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles started out as a self-published comic, so
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
never
So
Grew.
it's just easier now though, because you can self-publish, whether it be on Amazon Kindle, and just write your thing, throw it out there. Okay, it's digital, obviously, but people like it, they'll buy it.
I saw a thing that the e-novelists on social media they're having their 20th anniversary. So this works. This platform works. I'm certainly not saying that e-novelists are Scrooge McDuck rich or anything, but if it's a choice between taking a chance on yourself and getting your IP out there, or I'll wait for Random House or whoever to call me back.
Right. So Lyle, I would say that I'm a big fan of it. From a Kindle standpoint, an Amazon standpoint, I get a lot of free books. A lot of these guys are self-published.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not gonna say I like them all. Okay, but the nice thing about free books on a Kindle is if I don't like it, I delete it. I don't read the whole thing.
Hey, if we get to 32 likes, and if you guys can get through 50 books in the next 20 minutes, we'll do another giveaway. Tell you what, I'll trim it down to 40 bucks.
Nick, I wasn't able to get that many on if we ran out of time.
I was going to say, we have 40 bucks?
I don't think so, but Nick will just come in with something.
I know where to find comics.
Speaking of the giveaway, are we ready?
Yes, let's do the giveaway.
Yeah, do the
All
giveaway.
right. So last chance, hashtag Robbie's hair. But here we go.
All righty.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
All right. So, and the winner is Steve Vendetta.
Steve Vendetta. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Steve.
This is a very
all right.
cool
So,
one.
Steve, Jay's going to throw up a submission form. Really important. I need you to click on that submission form if you don't mind, and give us your if your name is indeed Steve Vendetta, that's great. Need your ship to address.
Cool.
Yeah,
That's already like a comic book character.
Need your ship to address so that we know where to ship your prize. Okay, so please be sure to fill that out. Lyle, no problem. Yeah, as I said, I think self-publishing is a great opportunity. I think that's one of the super Canoness. What's happening? I think it's one of the super positive things about the digital
What
market.
an honor to have won through Robbie's hair.
I know it is.
I'm glad for all the winners.
Hey, good question, Stevie B. How are we coming on those sketch covers there, Robbie?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to tear them all up because Nick said we can't do amalgam characters. So now I don't know what to do.
Oh no!
Hey, yo! You can do anything you want.
He had that
You are
Wolverine
not
one
technically
ready
an
to
employee
go.
of the company. I sent you a blank variant. What you do with it is up to you.
Yeah,
That's
they're in,
kind of how I see it.
They're in the works.
What?
They're in the works. They're in the works.
Okay. So they're still sitting in the packaging. We sent them.
No, they're out of the packaging.
Okay.
Yeah, and
That's
I know
awesome.
where they are. So
That's awesome.
that's the best I got right now, man. But
Pregnant pause. I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it.
should I tape a piece of
all right.
hair to each one too?
What's that?
Should I tape a piece of hair to each one too?
Yikes!
Ew.
Yeah, I'm not saying
That's
hair
up
on
to
the
you.
body. So
That's up to you. I'll have somebody else here handle the shipping. OUG says, yeah, it does. I mean, look, publishing anything, whether it be a comic or anything, or a piece of literature, is a lot of work, man. But you don't have somebody sitting as kind of guarding the doorway that doesn't allow you to publish your idea because they don't think it's going to make any money. That's what I love, about self-publishing. So if you are publishing your comic, good luck to you. I hope it works. Or if it's a piece of literature, a book, a novel, whatever, I hope it works.
I do Audible a lot, especially for road tripping because I drive to vacation mostly. And there's a ton of stuff. Like there's different levels of Audible, but there's a level where I get a whole catalog to choose from for free stuff. And I'll listen to a bunch of this stuff. And I have found more authors in that section that I wound up going back and buying their new stuff from because I read something they put out there in like 2015 or 16, and then they have something 2018, 2019. and it's not in the free to read thing, and it just makes me click on it right away and buy it. So
that's great to hear, OUG. Yeah, I gotta tell you the big difference. The big difference of going to a bookstore, say back in the day of Borders or whatever. I have no idea, Preston. Might be the bourbon, buddy, because we look and focus here. I would only read well-known titles because you had to spend money on the book, right? So you want to take a chance on an unknown author, and turns out you hate the book, and you spend all that money.
Well, everybody probably
so it'd be like
age remembers sitting on the floor at like a Walden Books or a B. Dalton.
B. Dalton.
And just analyzing like all the kind of paperback sci-fi sword and sorcery sections in these books. And the only way back then you found a new author was when somebody would say in the store, like, oh, hey, have you checked out Marion Zimmer Bradley or Anne McCaffrey or whoever? And
or they eventually win a prize.
Or they won a prize, and then there's like a section like the Orion Award or whatever. There were very few ways to find new authors in the 70s, 80s, and even into the 90s, because in the very beginning, everyone thinks like they switched the internet on, and the next day we were at, war games. No. The internet in the beginning was very sort of clunky. And
Jay Nunya, exactly right. I remember those days as well. Okay.
You'd get an album, and
there was the one song, and the rest of it was crap. Yep, I agree. All right, let's get through the rest of Spectacular Spider-Mans. Let's finish that out. All right, so anytime you ready, Jay? Here we go. Let me know if you're not.
Oh, we're good. We're good.
Okay, cool. All right, so Spectacular Spider-Man number 6. Presumed grade of 9.2 or higher. We have one available. It is a Morbius appearance, as you can see. And we have one available for $32. All right, then we have Spectacular Spider-Man number 7. Also a Morbius appearance.
It's Morbid time.
Morbid. All right, so we also have this one for $32.
That's a great cover. I love Morbius on that cover.
All right. So next up, we got Spectacular Spider-Man number 8. Presumed grade of 9.2 or higher. Also a Morbius appearance. And we have this one available for $32.
That's even better, that cover.
I do like that one better.
All right. So then we have Spectacular Spider-Man number 22. And this has Moon Knight. Also 9.2 or higher. And we have the one available for $40.
And
a Moon Knight. It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. A Moon Knight. Put up your dukes, mate. A Moon Knight.
It is.
I like Moon Knight, but I hate that show.
I suspect that the new girl likes the accent.
Oh, I thought you were going to say she was English, but all right, maybe there's that too.
She might be. Maybe that's why she likes the accent. Tell her it's not an accent.
Oh no! Imagine if she thinks it is an accent. Oh gosh.
Oh, now we got some trouble. Now we got hair can't save you there, buddy.
Yeah, you too.
In this week's episode of Robbie the Retailer, Robbie's determined to make sure his girlfriend doesn't know he's not, in fact, from the UK.
Dude,
the Manchester he's from is Alabama.
His subscribership will go up 10 times, dude.
Oh my God, that'd be the best.
With the final episode.
She
finds out he's not British.
Oh my God, yikes. What I was going to say was, with the way these things are sort of popping back, like Werewolf by Night, there's going to be apparently they're doing more of that. Moon Knight, obviously, there's going to be more of that. As much of a car crash as Morbius was as a movie, the idea in and of itself,
it was a good idea. I agree.
It's a very good idea. It's a cool character. They will take another swing at that.
Yeah. Hell, they took another swing at Suicide Squad.
I was just going to say, they took another swing at Suicide Squad. They've often taken shots like, let's try this again. As much as I love John Carter, and I love the John Carter movie, Most people did not.
I did not.
They did not like it.
I did not.
Disney.
First of all, the red tint kind of made me a little.
Disney is hell. Well, I thought the red tint was right. That's exactly.
I know,
how
but
Mars
it was just.
But
I don't know.
I think they'll take it. There's no way they won't take another. Well, Disney has said we're going to revisit John Carter.
Oh, and I think they should.
That universe.
I think they should.
Like
Good
Disney
comic,
Plus
good
show.
novel. I think they should, but I don't know that last movie. I was not a fan. I just was not. I don't know. And something about the red tint in Mars. I've seen other Martian movies. There's something about that one that just I don't know. Give me a head.
I seem to really like the Moon Knight. I mean, the John Carter movie. I liked it a lot.
What setting do we have the audio on?
I don't know. Hold on, let me check. Check. Why do I have Sir Robert on the line now?
Oh, good Lord.
Oh my God, man! I think this could be
It's
the
the
one,
Russell
John.
Brand setting.
I think this might be the one. I think they may end up getting married, dude.
Oh,
Look,
my
he's
goodness.
changing his accent, his hair, the whole 9 yards, bro. This is
So,
for real.
Yeah, there were things about the John Carter movie I really liked. I thought they got a lot of things right. Taylor Kitsch was John Carter, and I don't know if that movie required a bigger box office star. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Movie off. I don't know.
I like the guy who played John Carter. I've seen he was Gambit, right?
I didn't have any problems. Like I said, I liked
I
that
don't-
movie. Very
I
few
don't
people
think-
did for
yeah,
whatever
I
reason.
just-
Very few
I-
people liked it.
It wasn't him. I liked him. I like his acting, so it wasn't him.
I liked representation
anyway.
of the, of like Tar Starkis and
Right.
the other.
All right, so Preston is asking for the Rex cap, so let's do that, and then, yeah. All right, so here we go. All right, it's the Rex cap.
Oh my God, Marcus, you're not kidding. Like everybody suggests
That
you
would
want
be
to make
interesting.
something worth the. I'll tell you who I really want to see The Rock play.
Who?
Is Doc Savage, and if they can't pull off Doc Savage, then I really want to see him be Tom Strong.
That's
one of my favorite
Doc
forgotten
Savage
characters in
actually is
Yankees.
a very good idea.
Well,
Sam
that was in
Hamm.
the works.
Sam Hamm for Tom Strong. Think about that one.
I'd have no problems with that. For people, the few people who read Tom Strong, I'd love to see more of that. That's a great story.
All right, TJ James, will Robbie start wearing a bowler instead of a ball cap?
Yikes.
All right, let's do the Rex cap. Maybe we should have Robbie doing this British accent.
Oh.
All right, so we had, you know what? Let me throw that out here. As always, Dynamite 10-pack reader set, 10 random Dynamite titles, $3.99 cover price or higher, so it's just a retail of $40 or higher, and we have it for $5 as always, 50 cents a copy. As a thank you to all our members of the group. Ooh, Jenna Burns Easter smoked ribs. That sounds good.
Boy.
All right. So then we did Action Comics number 1050, Raza variant signed by Raza, who is super hot these days. It's just a retail of $49.99. It's number 13 of 30, and we have one available for $38.
Oh, Jenny's got old Star Wars. Jenny, you have the Dark Horse Star Wars or the Marvel Star Wars? I'm just curious.
Well, I can do it with a French accent. All right, then we did Amazing Spider-Man number 20, signed by Terry and Rachel Dotson. Suggested retail $49.99, and it is number 4 of 62, and we have one available for $20. Then we have Amazing Spider-Man number 19, Parasinoto, Disney 100 variant, signed by Terry and Rachel Dotson. And it is number 27 of 100 signed, and we have one available for $49.99. All right, large man, you got it, buddy. Claiming 20. Gotcha. All right, and this one, obviously, we have one available for $49.99. Love that cover. All right, so then we did our keys. New Mutants number 1. So, presumed grade of 9.2 or higher, and we have the one available for $40. Then we did New Mutants number 18, intro of the New Warlock. We have 2 available at 9.2 or higher, and we have them for $25 each.
You guys hit 32 likes, so here's another
We did?
cover.
Cool. Thank you.
Oh, apparently I won the giveaway. Thank you, Amy.
Why would you give it to John, Amy? Come on, you know better than that.
This is Subversive, right?
It's like hiring a
Say
dog
again?
for
This
Grubhub.
is the Subversive character cover.
Maybe.
Okay.
All right, so if you have, you do not need to re-enter the hashtag, but if you've just joined us and you have not entered the hashtag Robbie's hair, because we have one more giveaway and we're going to do this towards the end of the next half hour.
I'll
All
throw
right,
this up here real
but
quick.
you've already done it. You don't need to do it again. We'll run the same hashtag.
I thought we were doing a different one, so I cleared it out. So yeah, sorry. Go ahead
okay.
and re-enter it.
Never mind.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. All right, so let's do a new hashtag.
Virgin?
Let's do a new hashtag. We should do hashtag Robbie Bowler Hat.
No. Stop.
Yes.
My God.
That's what we're doing. Did you get it, Jay? Hashtag Robbie Bowler Cat. Or hat, rather. I kind of like Marcus's choice though. You know what, Jay? If you haven't done it already, let's go with what Marcus suggests. I like that one. Hashtag Robbie's beard. You let us know, my friend. Never mind. Lyle's already jumped on to Robbie's bowler hat. Let's just stick with that. I know I am like so I'm so all over the place today. All right. So give Jay a minute to set everything up. I don't want to give him too much. There we go. Robbie bowler hat. Yeah, but we need the hashtag, right, buddy? There you go. We have Marcus.
If I could learn how to spell correctly, there is an S in there, so it's Robbie's bowler hat.
There you go. Robbie's bowler hat. Okay, there we go. That's a new hashtag for the next drawing. And we're going to do it towards the end to give everybody a chance to get that up there. All right. And then Jay will have to remind me, where did I leave off? I think in New Mutants 18, right? Yes. Okay, cool.
Like it.
All right. So then we had
This is a chance to pick up some Sienkiewicz covers.
Yeah, for real.
At like a nice price. Because these high, artists like this, creators like this, their work goes on the wall of the shop, and there's nothing wrong with this. But their work goes on a wall of the shop, and because of their name, the price goes up. And I don't think anybody has a problem with that. But if you have an opportunity as a collector to get something at $30 instead of $50 or $60, this is your shot. Especially because these books are kind of, these are one and done. We won't be doing these again.
Right. No, exactly right. All right, so next up we had New Mutants number 25, 9.2 or higher, first brief appearance of Legion, and we have the one available for 34.
Ooh, Peaky Blinders. Robbie, go look up something called Boston Scully Cap. That's your new hat, man.
Oh, I don't know. If it's got Boston in the name, I can't do that.
Then we did New Mutants number 26, first full Legion appearance and story. 9.2 or higher, and we have one at $40. Then we did Spectacular Spider-Man number 2, 9.2 or higher, and we have one available for $50. Then we did Spectacular Spider-Man number 3, 9.2 or higher, and we have one for $28.
Newsboy hat.
And then we had Spectacular Spider-Man number 4, 9.2 or higher, and we have one available for $28. Then we did Spectacular Spider-Man number 5, 9.2 or higher, and we have one available for $28.
Probably getting haberdashery advice now and through the chat. Everybody's like,
Then we did Spectacular Spider-Man number 6, Morbius appearance. We 9.2 or higher, we have one available for $32. Then we had Spider-Man, Spectacular Spider-Man number 7. Also Morbius appearance, 9.2 or higher. We have one available for $32. Then we had Spectacular Spider-Man number 8, 9.2 or higher, Morbius appearance, and we have one available for $32. And then finally, Spider-Man number 22, 9.2 or higher, Moon Knight appearance. And we have one available for $40. And all right, that does it for the Rex Cap. We have a few more spectacular Spider-Mans. And we have key Batmans coming up in honor of our buddy John Spilios, or not John Spilios, John Cole. And we got to go to our next break. So, Jay, tell me when you're ready, buddy.
I'm ready.
All right, then let's do it. We'll be back in a couple minutes. Stay with us.
Did you know that across America there are over 2, maybe even 3 live stream producers who can't even afford Mountain Dew? Take Brian here. Brian has gone 2 weeks without a sip of Red Bull. If it goes on much longer, he may take a shower and get a real job. Situations like this are as tragic as they are preventable. Join the experience on YouTube and gain access to special emojis and members-only streams. For less than a cup of coffee, you can keep socially awkward hermit people working from their parents' basements where they belong. Scan the QR code on the screen to join. You'll be glad you did. Imagine being at a convention and going to an interview panel that's just for you. No bustling crowds, no hours-long lines, just you, the moderator, and your favorite comic book creators. Well, this is pretty much that. Miss Jen sits down every week with 2 comic book creators for a live stream interview about their latest work, and you can ask them whatever you want. It's Talking Shop, Mondays at 5 Eastern on The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales.
Go follow The Experience on TikTok at @the_EXP1 or scan the QR code on the screen. Our TikTok is like everywhere else we are, except you only have to deal with us for a minute. Seems like a win-win to me.
Hey, we're back. All right. Hey, John. Yeah, let me know what help you need from my end. I can help you. Let's email tomorrow. Lars, man, are you serious, dude? You've never been on a panel? But anyway, all right. So let me get through because we got a bunch of books we got to get through first. So should we do the rest of the keys
You
or
don't go to the panels, you don't hear Nick tell the really cool stories.
That's John Cole sitting in the audience hoping somebody. Well, my inspiration for this came from my friend John Cole.
So, everything he does is the inspiration for me. I'm the only one who wants to buy this stuff. But besides that, the best panel ever was when Nick surreptitiously introduced Quentin Tarantino.
Right.
For Django. That was pretty cool. I was like 3 or 4 rows back, and I felt bad because there's people who like usually a Dynamite panel I'm right in front. Unfortunately for them, but I was like 4-ish or 5 rows back, and I was like, it's not that big a deal. Like I knew what they were going to do, and then Quentin Tarantino comes out, and I'm like,
All right, so here we go. All right, let me get a few more spectacular Spider-Mans.
Or you could do the Mark Russell face when I'm at a panel. Oh, not you again. That was like the best face ever. There's like another Lone Ranger question. He's like the one guy I don't want to raise their hand because he was doing more Lone Ranger. And I said, I have thoughts. And he, dude, get out. Touch
security. All right. Spectacular Spider-Man number 23. Also a Moon Knight appearance. And 9.2 or higher. And we have one available for $40. All right. And next up we have Spectacular Spider-Man number 27 first Miller Daredevil. Why does it say that? It must be because it's the first Miller Daredevil. Cool. All right, 9.2 or higher. We have this one available for $90. So this is the first Frank Miller Daredevil appearance. All right.
Oh man.
So then we have Spectacular Spider-Man number 28, also Miller. And we have one available for $55.
That's a cool story. Jenna was just talking about being at walking around at Terror Fest, training to Richard Ramon.
Oh, cool.
That's
really cool, man. What's also really cool is these Frank Miller Spider-Mans. These are super cool.
Yeah, I mean, these are really the opportunities for people. These are really one and done. They're not going to be here next week. So if you're looking for these, these Hall of Fame level creator books, this is your chance to get them at,
Right. All right. So then we have Spectacular Spider-Man number 90. Big jump. All right. And it is indeed a newsstand version, new black costume. We have one available for $65.
Did you see who the artist is on this book? The cover?
I don't know.
I don't know, but I love the cityscape behind them. Like I love the perspective.
I really like this.
Yeah, it's really nice.
All right. Then next up, Spectacular Spider-Man number 147, 9.2 or higher, Hobgoblin. And we have this one available for $18.
It's an Inferno tie-in. I remember this one.
Inferno. Everybody's hair got much pointier.
Yes.
All right. And this is the last Spider-Man book, Spectacular Spider-Man number 158. The first Cosmic Spidey, 9.2 or higher. Now, we actually have two 9.2s, and we have them for $25 each.
Is this when he became Captain Universe?
I don't know.
It's that story, yeah.
It's that
And it went into all the Spider-Man books, right? But I think this was the first one, and I remember this was a big deal. They did trading cards of Cosmic Spidey for years, based on this stuff.
This kicked off a very cool thing, and one of the more popular versions of Spider-Man in the Spider-Verse is.
And who doesn't think that in the upcoming Avengers movies, like Secret Wars or something, that they won't try to do the whole Captain Spider universe thing? That would be cool. That'd be cool.
I'm kind of wondering if you're going to see when you're going to see the Beyonder. I'm going to wonder if you're going to see the Unipower. You know what I mean, from Captain Universe, because that's something you could probably have a lot of fun with.
Right.
Like I said, people have their different favorite versions of Spider-Man.
Right.
Mine tends to be Spider-Gwen, but I really like the guy who just decided to stay Captain Universe. He decided, no, the power is better off with me than someone else.
So it weird says Al Milgram is the cover artist on that book.
Oh, very cool. Great cover, man.
All right. So then, you know what? Let's do a couple more sign books and let's get to the sketch covers. All right. We have Red Sonja, Birth of the She-Devil number 1 of 4, Atlas edition, signed by Luke Lieberman. The writer suggested retail $49.99. We're going to do it for $19.73. And we have one available at that price.
That's a really nice cover.
Yeah.
I don't know. The collars could be better.
Oh, no. I think the collars are just fine. And so is everything else, to be honest. So.
All right. So then we have Spawn number 300, Encore edition, signed by Greg Capullo. Number 2 of 60, and it is one of our 5-star and $50 books. All righty. And then I think this is all right, so that's it for the sign books tonight. All right, so then for the sketch covers, I love this one. Joe Del Beato and Mariano really went all out on this one. Justice League number 1, Dark Side War, signed with Batman cover sketch by Joe Del Beato and Mariano Nicieza. I love this one. Suggested retail of $129.99. We have the one available for $69.99.
This one looks like it's based on like Ramita Jr. or something, doesn't it?
Kind of a Ramita homage, yes.
Yeah, it's. I like the. I mean, I'm not the biggest Batman guy, but that's very cool.
What? You're not?
Hey, you know what? I say that, but I should probably change that because I'm listening to season 2 of Batman audio drama on HBO. I love that thing. That's like the appropriate version of Batman that we should be getting.
All right, so get that hashtag in if you want to be part of the drawing. We're going to do it towards the end of the show, so keep that in mind, people. Hashtag Robbie's beard. Is that what we went with?
No, Robbie's bowler hat.
Oh, that's right. Hashtag Robbie's bowler hat.
And I think
make sure there's a hashtag, people.
They made the decision that it doesn't matter if you've already won previously or whatever. Just put the hashtag.
Yeah. And but only once though. You only need to put it in once. All right. So then next up, I can't believe nobody picked that up. Maybe I'll buy that one. Doctor Strange #1 signed with Clea cover sketch by Joe Delbiato and Mariano Nicieza.
Oh, I like this, man.
Suggested retail of $129.99, and we have this one available for $63.
Sean, you're right. This one's super dope. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I like this. There's all that sort of like Steve Ditko background work, and I don't know what he was on when he came up with that, but that's certain things. I said this before, and I don't think they quite have the name for it. To me, this is almost on the same level as Kirby Crackle,
right?
Or some people call it Kirby Dots, which is also fine. But to me, there's like certain things from that period that are rooted in like the creator's use of it. And this sort of background, it's always when Doctor Strange is dimension hopping or whatever.
Right.
I love this.
Yeah, very Ditko-esque, right? Like the whole films and all that.
I like that.
All right, then next up we got Guardians of the Galaxy #1 signed with Adam Warlock cover sketch by Ken Hazer. I have very high expectations for that.
This looks like Ric Flair as Warlock, doesn't it? Doesn't this look like
Ric? Yeah. It's the hair.
Yes, it is. I bet Ken
suggested retail of $99.99. And we have this one available for $66.
Yeah, but if you go back to that time frame, though, that's exactly the way the hair looked. I mean, that's pretty. You know, that's pretty spot on.
Yeah, it is for the time period. Yeah,
the skull, the gem.
Well,
is the gem the right color? Wasn't his gem the Soul Stone? Wasn't that the green one? The Soul Gem? I'm gonna have to look this up now.
I think it was actually.
Hold on, let's look.
I mean, I'm not trying to put Ken Hazer on blast or nothing.
Oh no, I'm calling him tomorrow and telling him.
Man, Robbie looks down at his phone. Ken Hazer calling. Oh no, this is good.
Yeah, it should be a good one.
Does really need a name.
I think the hair is going to his head. Ha boom boom.
Oh no.
Ric Flair with Hogan's spray tan. You're right about that one, Steve.
Oh, Eugene, this is Farrah Fawcett hair. She's not wrong.
Yes, that's Ric Flair hair. He did the same. He went to the same hairstylist, I'm sure.
Everything had to be feathered and kind of whoosh.
That is the 70s look, man. All right. So let's see.
Marvel always was more contemporary than DC, right?
Yes, they were.
DC kept characters looking like it was the 50s almost till the 80s.
I would agree.
Very little changes. I think the first time I saw Neil Adams draw a character with sideburns in DC, I was like shell shocked.
So Lars, man, Robbie's hair is Beta Ray build to John's mutton chops that are Thor worthy.
Wow,
I agree.
Thanks, I guess. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to respond to that either.
I'm not sure.
All right, so let's get to some Batman keys here.
To beat the mages, you have to beat the mages. Man, I love that, TJ. That's great.
Oh, my God. All right, here we go. So we got Batman #400, 9.2 or higher, and we have one available for $45.
Talk about Bill Sienkiewicz. Look at that awesome cover. Y'all, Batman 400 is one of the best Batman comics of all time. Amazing lineup of creators. Superman 400 was the same thing, but like this Batman 400 is amazing. You do not want to miss this if you don't have it in your collection.
Yeah, I was just going to say, is this one of these things that it's tonight and then we don't have it again?
As I said, I mean, we by the end of the month, this all goes back. So I don't want, you know, I mean, listen, I don't want to lie to our group because, you know, that's not our group, right? There's been that kind of friendship and honesty. I am being honest. This stack is not okay. You got a large man.
This stack that you see. Just look at that lineup of talent, man. That's a good pickup. That's a good pickup.
Just so everybody knows, this bundle of key comics comes from somebody we've dealt with for a while, and it's a consignment arrangement. So after a certain amount of time, whatever we don't sell goes back to them, and that time is approaching towards I think it's the end of the month, or a bit before. So that's what I'm saying. It's not like you don't buy it tonight, you're never gonna. No, but if it doesn't sell by the next week or so, it's probably got to be packed up and sent back. So that was just the arrangement we had. So that's what I'm saying is that, you know, you might see whatever doesn't sell tonight, you might see one more, two more times on this show or others. But after that period of time, it's got to all go back and we won't have the deals available. So that's something to keep in mind. So if you're watching this after it's been recorded, feel free to send in a submission form asking us if we still have this or this available. And if we do, happy to sell it to you. If we don't, in a week or two, it's probably going to stop, right? So, all right, then we have Batman number 404, Frank Miller script, Batman Year One, and we have the one available for $45.
One of the best comics of all time is Batman Year One by Frank Miller and Dave Mazzucchelli. Like,
we defined it.
People come into my shop all the time, and they're always like, what should I get? Like, for anybody's first comic, I usually recommend Batman Year One, and it never fails. Never fails. I know everybody's about Dark Knight Returns, but to me, Year One is where it's at. That Mazzucchelli artwork, that Frank Miller script, that reimagining, the gritty, grim Gotham, the Batman we know and love today, it all comes from this book.
Lars, man, let's email each other tomorrow, okay, buddy?
Yeah, I not that there's anything wrong with Dark Knight, but I think you need to have read other books to appreciate it fully. Right. I mean, you can just pick it up and read it as a story. It's not like Batman is so obscure you haven't absorbed him in the process of society.
Right.
But you really appreciate Dark Knight more if you've been reading comics before that. Great. It's the same thing with like Watchmen. Yeah, you can pick up Watchmen and read it. People do, I like the story, whatever. But if you read comics and sort of see how Alan Moore is kind of, I don't even know if spoofing is the right word, but playing off archetypes in comics or whatever, it makes the story that much more interesting.
Right. So, all right. So then we have Batman number 405, 9.2 or higher, Frank Miller script, Batman Year One, Part 2, rather. Sorry. And we have one available for $25.
The color on here is so good.
I love the coloring in the original Batman Year One. And then they recolored it, and the recoloring's really good too. But there's something about the newsprint. What's cool is the Absolute Edition has both versions, and the original coloring is printed on a newsprinty type thing in the Absolute. Then it switches paper to go to the new coloring. It's really cool. And our buddy Ken Hazer did a great homage to this cover for Darkwing Duck. So you can have the two of them hung up next to each other, right? That'd be dope.
Yeah.
All right. Then we had Batman number 406. Frank Miller script, Batman Year One, Part 3. And we have that one available, 9.2 or higher for $25. All right. Then we have Batman number 407. Frank Miller script, Batman Year One, Part 4. And we have that one available for $25.
We have all 4 issues of Batman Year One available right now at really solid prices. This is awesome.
Yeah, this is a great way to kind of pick this up and just, instead of doing your wheeling, dealing, I'm looking at the store, I'm looking at the show, I got to go to a con. Hopefully I get lucky to flea market. This is a way to pick up all 4 of these, in good shape and a good price.
So large man, no, that this is not the actual book. Do we have it here? We might. Let me say.
I don't know if we have the actual book here.
Well, yeah, I think we do.
Just images
these are 4. This one is 407, right? Is this 407? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So 407. Yeah, so just so you know, large man, we did not take them out and scan them because we want to touch them
as little as possible.
As little as
because
possible.
they're
Correct.
sort of like
Year one part. Where is it?
Are they up at the top, Rex?
40. What are we looking for? 40 what now?
7.
407. That's 406. 405, 404, 400. Did I not pull it out? Here it is. 407. So this is our version of the 407. Okay. So, and no, large man, there's no sticker. All right. Just so everybody can see. Yeah. So we didn't want to handle it too much. So what we did instead was we typed in, the Batman issue and then 9.2 and then took the image there. It was just easier.
Well, it's one of those things where if you put all 4 books together, really, I mean, after not connecting covers, but it just has a really good sort of.
And I didn't even notice that little price sticker.
Like putting out like the Batman story. I mean,
right.
This is supposed to be basically, the origin of Batman.
Right.
It was really well done.
All right.
When
So
you put the covers together.
Let's do 408 real quick. Jay. All right, there we go. So Batman number 408, New Origin, Jason Todd. And we have the one available for $22.
We all know that if Batman was real and some punk kid tried to steal the wheels off of it, he'd be incinerated, like some self-defense mechanism, right? Like nobody can touch the Batmobile or do anything, but this kid can go and steal the wheels off. And Batman's like, I like this kid. He's got spunk. How about being the new Robin? It's ridiculous.
I really envision Batman like on the 40th floor of a building holding this kid out. You want to see another day? Don't steal anything again.
Swear to me.
Swear to me.
All right, so then we have Batman number 409, another New Origin Jason Todd story, and we have this one available for $22. All right, then we have Batman number 410, also Jason Todd story, Origin Jason Todd, and we have that one available for $22 as well. All right, then we have Batman number 427, Death in the Family Part 2, I believe. Is it Part 2?
That cover up there is Part 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we have 9.2 or higher, and we have one available for $35.
Mike Mignola cover.
Oh, God.
I was just saying, Mike Mignola cover. I love those.
I was just going to say, when you consider the story in hindsight, Mignola puts a lot of sort of energy into Jason Todd in the foreground, right? I mean, we all know at this point what happens here, and I think giving him this almost sort of, I don't want to say placid look, but giving him this sort of positive look, and he's not going to make it. I think that says a lot.
All right, so last three, Batman number 428, 9.2 or higher, Death of Robin, and we have that available for $70.
You see, that's what happens when you steal the wheels off the Batmobile.
That's karma. That's not Joker. That's
All right,
karma.
so then we have
that karma.
Batman number 436, First Timothy Drake, and we have one available for $30. And then finally, we have Batman number 442, First Timothy Drake and Robin costume, and we have that available for $18. And again, all 9.2 or higher. So, all right, I'm going to go through the Rex Cap one final time.
We just went through the worst Robin and the best Robin all in like one bit there.
I was going to say, we kind of blew through.
Hey, Jesse, yes, it is. All you got to do is throw up in the chat that you claim a particular book. Then you need to click on the submission form, which our producer Jay will throw up there, and then fill all that information out, and we'll invoice you tomorrow morning, okay? So that's how it works, Jesse, just in case you didn't know. Shipping is anywhere in the domestic United States up to 6 bag and boarded books is $10, and up to 3 slabs anywhere in domestic United States is $17.50. If you live outside of the country, we'll get you exact shipping based on where you are, all right? So we're doing the Rex Cap, and I'm going to blow through this real quick. So limber up your fingers there, Jay. All right, here we go. Dynamite 10-pack reader set, 10 random Dynamite titles. with a suggested retail of $40 or higher. And as always, as thank you to our viewers, we have for $5, 50 cents, 50 cents a copy. Jesse, not tonight, but if you tune into our show on Wednesday night, we will have some Uncanny X-Men key issues. Action Comics number 1050, Raza variant signed by Raza. Suggested retail $49.99. We have one available for $38. Then we did Amazing Spider-Man number 19, Parasinoto Disney 100 variant signed by Terry and Rachel Dodson, number 27 of 100, and we have one available for $49.99. Then we did Red Sonja Bertha She-Devil number 1, Atlas edition signed by Luke Lieberman, and suggested retail $49.99. We have the one available for $19.73. Then we did Spawn number 300, Encore edition, signed by Greg Capullo. Suggested retail is $69.99, and we have it as one of our 5-star $50 books. It is number 2 of only 60 signed. Then we did Justice League number 1, Dark Side War, signed with Batman cover sketch by Joe Del Beato and Mariano Nicieza. Suggested retail of $129.99. We have the one available for $69.99. A homage to John Romita. And these are all hand drawn these next 3. And then we had Doctor Strange number 1, signed with Clea cover sketch by Joe Del Beato and Mariano Nicieza. Suggested retail of $129.99. We have the one available for $63. Then we did Guardians of the Galaxy number 1 with Adam Warlock cover sketch by Ken Hazer. Suggested retail of $99.99. We have the one available for $66. All right, then we did New Mutants number 1, 9.2 or higher, presumed grade, and we have one available for $40. Then we did New Mutants number 18, and we have 2 9.2s, introduction of the new Warlock, and we have them for $25 each. Then we did New Mutants number 25, first brief appearance of Legion, and we have one available for $34. And then we had New Mutants number 26, first full Legion story, 9.2 or higher, and we have one available for $40. Then we did Spectacular Spider-Man number 2, 9.2 or higher, and we have one available for $50. And then we had Spectacular Spider-Man number 3, 9.2 or higher, and we have one available for $28. Triple B, because it's you, I'll do 35 on it, buddy. Okay. Only because you have been such a long time viewer, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. Triple B. All right, you claimed it. It's yours, buddy. All right, so where did I leave off there? Number 3. Okay, and then we had Spectacular Spider-Man number 3. And we have 9.2, and we have one available for $28. Then we did Spider-Man number 4, Spectacular Spider-Man number 4, 9.2 or higher, and we have one available for $28. Then Spider-Man number 5, 9.2, we have one for $28. Then Spider-Man number 6, Morbius appearance, we have one available for $32. Then Spider-Man number 7, Morbius appearance again, and we have that one available for $32. Now, again, these are all 9.2s or higher. Then we had Spider-Man number 8, Morbius appearance. We have one available for $32. Then Spider-Man number 22, Moon Knight appearance again, and we have one available for $40.
Oh, Jenna with the earworm. Now I've got that song in my head.
And then we had Spider-Man number 23, 9.2 or higher, Moon Knight appearance, and we have one available for $40. Then we had Spider-Man number 27, first Frank Miller, Daredevil, 9.2 or higher, and we have one available for $90. Then we had Spider-Man number 28, 9.2 or higher, also Frank Miller, and we have one available for $55. Then we had Spider-Man number 90, new black costume, new stand edition, 9.2 or higher. We have one available for $65. Then we had Spider-Man number 147, Hobgoblin appearance, 9.2 or higher, and we have one available for 18. Then we had Spider-Man number 158, First Cosmic Spidey, 9.2 or higher. We have two available at this grade for 25 each. Then we did Batman number 404, Frank Miller script, Batman Year One, number one. And we have one available for 45. Then we had Batman number 405, Frank Miller script, Batman Year One, Part 2. We have one available for 25. Then we have Batman number 406, Frank Miller script, Batman Year One, Part 3. And we have that available for 25. Then we have Batman number 407, Frank Miller script, Batman Year One, Part 4, 9.2 or higher. And we have one available for 25. Then we had Batman number 408, new Origin Jason Todd, and we have one available for 22. Then we have Batman number 409, new Origin Jason Todd, 9.2 or higher, and we have one available for 22. Then we have Batman number 410, 9.2, new Origin Jason Todd, and we have one available for 22. Then we had Batman number 427, Death in the Family Part 2, 9.2 or higher, and we have one available for 35.
Jenny, you're on right after this show, right?
I believe so.
Sorry.
Batman number 428, 9.2 or higher, Death of Robin. We have one available for 70.
Hold up. Did you see what
Yeah.
Lars Mid said he'd do 100 for the year one set?
Year one set. Let me see. 525. All right, so you're talking year one. All right, year one. So 40, let me see. Yeah, let's do it, Lars, man. You got it, buddy.
That's a great pickup. That's a really great pickup.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm glad to see people picking up some of these books. I'm like, not sure how long we're going to have them. There's a little bit of uncertainty there.
All right, you got it, Lars, man. Where am I now?
Nice. That's a nice pickup.
All right, so all right, so Death of Robin. All right, so Batman number 436, 9.2, first Tim Drake. We have one available for 30, and then Batman number 442, first Tim Drake in Robin costume, and we have that one for 18, buddy. All right, so Lars, man, the Batman Year One 4-part series is yours for 100, buddy. Okay, and then let's. It was Lars, man. I'm pretty sure. Let's email each other about the rest of the bundle before it goes back. Okay, bud. All right, let's do it, Jay. Let's figure out who won the second one.
Oh, yeah, it's 8 o'clock. We got to. After us is Jenna, and then check out Robbie's show, his channel.
All right, Descending Climax. Congratulations, buddy.
That's a really nice set.
Do me a favor, if you wouldn't mind, fill out the submission form. So that allows us to go. That allows us to go and get your prize to you, buddy. I know we have your info, but this way helps us to organize a little bit more.
Robbie,
right,
thanks for joining us. Everybody, thanks for joining us.
Yes, thank you, Robbie. Thank you, TJ James. The was $49.99, but if you're interested, TJ, I'll do it for you for 45. So you let me know.
So
all right, but we got to close up. So you got to let me know, TJ.
She's got all kinds of Star Wars stuff she was talking about. Robbie, you're at 9 o'clock?
Yeah, tonight at 9 Eastern, we're talking about Goodfellas.
Oh.
Ooh, good movie.
A little known movie called Goodfellas.
We'll be back on Wednesday. Nick will be here on Friday. You'll be back with Robbie Friday at 11.
Yes, that's right. And TJ, was it TJ that wanted?
Yeah.
All right, TJ, we've got to close it up. So hit the submission form if you're interested at the 45 price. I'll do it at 45 for you. It was $49.99. But because it's you, TJ, I'll certainly do it.
Jay, thanks for pushing
all right,
the buttons.
But you need to let me know, TJ James, okay? If you're interested in 45. All right, Jay, as always, thanks buddy. I know you had a lot of picks. Everyone, have a safe evening. We will see you on Wednesday.
Join the party. Head over to our link tree to find all the links for everywhere the experience is all the time.